Hey and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be recreating the look that I have on now. This look is inspired by Stacey Marie. So I'll insert a little picture somewhere here of the look we're doing today. And just in case you aren't following Stacey already, I'm going to leave a little link down below to her Instagram so you can go over and follow her. She is unreal. So yeah, if you just want to see how I recreate this look inspired by Stacey, make sure to keep on watching and I'll see you in a few. So my lids are already primed using Peel Away's base. So the first shade I'm going to take is this shade here on my Buff and Blend BB06. So I'm just going to start working that through the crease as my transition, and I'm really going to focus on blowing out the edges because I want this to be really blown out. So I'm kind of doing circular motions throughout the crease, and then when I get to the edge I'm just flicking it out. You don't need to be too neat with this because we're going to clean it up afterwards anyway, so this can kind of be a little bit messy. And I'm taking that right into the brow bone, so if you do want to add like a shimmery brow bone highlight, just add that beforehand. And as usual I normally go in 2 or 3 times with the first colour just to build it up, and I'm just taking that slightly underneath the bottom lash line. So next I'm taking this bright orange on the same brush and I'm just going to pop that underneath the first colour, and again I'm making sure to keep that winged out shape, so I'm just blowing it out on the outer edge and then bringing it underneath the bottom lash line. And then just going back in for the 3rd time and just building that up. So I've just went in with this shade, so I'm going to take this slightly darker orange here and I'm just taking that on the same brush just to deepen that orange. So next I'm dipping into the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to take this reddish brown and I'm taking that on an Inglot 46 SS brush, and I'm just going to use that to deepen the crease and the outer corner. And again I'm making sure to take that underneath the lash line. So next I'm going to dip into this dark chocolate brown and I'm just going to use that to deepen the outer corner and take that through the crease. And I'm taking that on the same brush that we used beforehand, so the Inglot 46 SS brush, and again taking that underneath. And then lastly I'm going to dip into the black in the palette and I'm going to use that on an Inglot 48 SS brush. And I'm just going to run that black kind of across the lash line on the outer half of the eye. And then I'm just going to use back and forth swiping motions just to buff that out, and then just taking it very slightly on the bottom lash line as well. I'm going to finish the bottom lash line later, so you don't need to bring it like the whole way across. I'm just going back in with that Inglot 46 SS brush and I'm just going to buff out the very edges of that black. So for the lid I'm going to go in with that gold and I'm using that on an Inglot 22T brush. So I'm just taking that gold shadow on a flat brush and I'm just going to press that on the lid, and this is going to act as a base for our pigment. Then I'm just going back in with a fluffy brush just to blend out the edges. And then for the actual pigment I'm going to take Inglot's Body Sparkle in the shade 45. So I'm just pressing that straight over top of the shadow. I'm not using any base to stick it down because I want it to look more glittery than metallic. And then just to blend the pigment into the shadow I'm going to take that reddish brown from the Jaclyn Hill palette and just buff out the very edge of where the shadow and pigment meet, so just right in the middle of the lid. Then I'm going in with Inglot's glitter in the shade 49. So I'm just going to apply a very small amount of duo glue and just pop a little bit of that chunky glitter over top. Then for inner corner highlight I'm taking that flat brush and the 2nd shimmer shade in the palette and I'm just popping that into the inner corner. And then I'm just adding a little bit of duo glue over top and I'm just popping some of that Inglot 49 glitter over top. So for underneath I'm going to use my Inglot 19P brush and I'm going to take that really bright orange from the Morphe 350 palette and just blend that underneath the bottom lash line. So I'm just going in with that dark reddish brown from the palette and I'm just buffing that underneath the lash line just to deepen up that orange. So I'm kind of going, oh Jesus, 2 dogs killing each other outside. Yeah, so I'm just going in with that reddish brown just to deepen up the lash line. And to deepen the lash line again I'm going in with the same brush and I'm taking a little bit of black and I'm just going to buff that underneath the lash line, but I'm keeping this really close. I'm just going back in with my concealer brush just to buff out any fallout and then just keep that winged out shape. Then I'm just going to pop on some mascara. This one is the Primark Iconic Mascara. So for the waterline I'm going to use the NYX Liquid Suede. This one is in the number 05. So I'm just popping that liquid lipstick in my waterline on an angled brush. Then to finish off my eyeballs I'm just going in with the So Sumi lashes in Dubai. So I'm going to just pop on my lashes and then we is done. So that there is the finished eye look. And then I'm just going to zoom these out so we can finish the rest of the face. So then to set underneath the eye, I'm going to use this pressed powder from Penny's. So to set underneath my eyes, I'm going to use this translucent powder from Penny's or Primark. And I'm going to take that on a touch-up brush from Primark. And I'm just using that to set my concealer and take away any shine. And then to warm up the face, I'm going to take MAC Give Me Sun. And then for highlight, I'm going to take the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. And I'm going to take that on the same brush that I used for my setting powder. So the Penny's brush. Then I'm just going to pop some on my forehead. Basically, set on my face. Oh, that's too much. And then a little bit on the chin. And then a little bit on the nose as well. So for lips today, I'm going to do 2 lips. So I'm going to do a nude lip and then an orangey red lip. So I'll do the nude lip first just so it's a little bit easier to get off because the red lip is going to stain like a bitch. So I've just used the Primark Toffee Lip Liner. And then over top I'm going to put on the ABH Lip Gloss in Undressed. So that is what it looks like with the nude lip. And then for the red lip, I'm going to take this red lip liner from Primark. And then I'm just going to take the ABH Liquid Lipstick in Spicy. Guess what, there is the finished look. Let me know in the comments below which one do you prefer, the nude lip or the red lip. Again, I just want to mention that this look was inspired by Stacey Marie. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as always. If you did, please make sure to give it a little thumbs up. It really does help me out loads. It just lets me know what kind of videos you like. Yeah, so that's it for today, and then I'll see you in my next one.